I'm going to tell you the one thing you can do to guarantee that you can get a publishing deal with one of the major traditional publishers. This isn't a trick. There's no clickbait here. Legitimately, if you do this, you'll get a publishing deal. It works 100% of the time. Also, after I tell you this, I'm going to give you the one question that you should be asking yourself that 99% of writers aren't. So let's talk about the publishing process. How does it work? First, if you're a fiction author, you have to have a manuscript that's completed. Agents and editors at major publishers aren't going to want to talk to you until you have a manuscript completed. And that's what we spend most of our time here on the channel talking about, is how to write one of those great manuscripts. But if you're a first-time author and you're not some famous person, they're going to want to see that you can actually finish a manuscript. So you have to have a finished manuscript. The second thing you need to do is get an agent. Most acquiring editors at publishers are relying on agents to bring them good manuscripts. So acquiring editors are the people at the traditional publishers that are making the decisions about what books they're actually going to buy and publish. There are some editors that accept direct submissions from writers, but for the most part, they're working with agents. So once you get an agent, you're going to work on a book proposal, and they're going to help you put together a book proposal along with your book, and then they're going to go out and take that and start querying editors to see if they can get them interested in your book. And this is the big nail-biting moment, because if they take it out to all the publishers and none of them buy the book, there's a really good chance your book at that point is dead. It will never get picked up. You might as well stick it in the drawer. So we've all heard these stories about the books that got turned down by 10, 20, 30 publishers, and then it became this huge bestseller. Sure, that happened to J.K. Rowling. It's probably not going to happen to you. So at this point, if your book doesn't get picked up, it's usually dead, and your agent's going to recommend that you go work on your next book, and then once you have that ready, they'll take that out to publishers. But let's say a publisher does decide to publish your book. You're probably going to get around a $5,000 advance. Now, it could be a little less, it could be a little more, but that's kind of the standard number, is about $5,000 of an advance. Now, that may seem like a lot, $5,000, but you have to understand you're going to get that paid out over at least 2 payments, probably 6 months to 12 months apart at least. Sometimes it's 3 payments, sometimes it's longer. But let's say it's 2 payments over 6 months apart. Well, your agent's going to take their 15% off the top, which leaves the 85% for you. You're going to get it in 2 payments. So you're basically going to get a payment of about $2,100 twice in a 1-year period. So when you took that advance and you signed the paperwork and you decide to go with this publisher, what are you giving up when you do that? Well, you're giving up worldwide rights to publish in audio and physical and digital your book. So you still own the copyright, but you're not allowed to publish it and put it out anywhere. That now belongs to the publisher. So what did you get besides that $5,000 advance? Well, your publisher is going to design a cover for it. It's going to design the interior. It's going to turn it into digital formats. The publisher is going to take care of all of that. And they might even do like a light edit on it. But at this point, they're pretty much going to just publish what you wrote. They might go through it and suggest some things and work with you a little bit. But in general, if you got about a $5,000 advance, they're just going to take what you wrote and move it through the process of publishing. So what about the marketing and actually getting the book out in the world and selling it? So that gets pretty tricky. And at this point, I should probably tell you who I am and why you should even be listening to me. My name is Tim Grahl. I've been in the publishing industry for about 15 years. And for most of that time, I've been a book marketing consultant. So I've helped launch and market many, many books, many of them to the tops of the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, USA Today list. I've worked with traditional published authors, indie published authors. I've worked with business books, self-help books, fiction, memoir, kind of across the board. I've been doing this for a really long time. So I've been involved in all kinds of launches with all the major traditional publishers and helped with all kinds of things. And so I've gotten to see behind the scenes on all kinds of aspects of the publishing industry. And so here's the thing when it comes to your publisher and marketing. First of all, there's only so many levers they can really pull to get your book out into the world. The big one that they talk about the most is distribution. So they can get your book into bookstores and out into the world through all these different distribution methods. They can also do some marketing around it, and they can put a lot of dollars into getting your book placed in specific places, like out on the front tables at bookstores, or they can run advertising, and they can do this kind of stuff as well. So those are kind of the two big levers that they can pull to help get your book out into the world. And now here's the thing about those levers. They're only really going to pull them hard for their top authors. So you got your $5,000 advance, but for some other authors, they got like $500,000 or over $1 million or more dollars as an advance for their book. So when it comes time to decide what kind of marketing and what kind of push and where they're going to put their time and effort and money, which books, they're going to have to go towards those ones they gave $1 million advance to, not your book that they only gave a $5,000 advance to. So in these meetings where everybody in the publisher is together and they're talking about marketing and promotion and publicity plans, here's how it works. They split all the books into Group A, B, and C. In Group A is all the books they spent $1 million or more to acquire. Group B is the books they spent $500,000 to $1 million to acquire. And then Group C is everybody else, everybody under $500,000. And that's where your book is going to be, is in that bucket. So they're going to spend 90% of their time, money, and effort on those books in bucket A that got more than $1 million advance. The other 10% is going to go to bucket B, where they have the advances from $500,000 to $1 million. Well, that leaves no money for that bucket C. And that's exactly right. What they're going to do is they're going to take that book and they're going to put it in a bucket with all the other books that are under $500,000 advances. They're going to take it and they're just going to toss it against the wall like spaghetti and see which 2 or 3 books stick. And then they might start putting more resources into those. And everybody else is just going to drop to the floor and they're pretty much just going to move on. So here's the truth. If you get a publishing deal, but it's less than a $500,000 advance, you're on your own for the marketing. You are going to have to do all the marketing yourself. Your book probably won't even be placed in bookstores. So it'll be up on Amazon, of course, in the other bookstores online, but it won't actually be carried in the vast majority of bookstores. And it's all going to rely on you doing the marketing. And if you don't do the marketing, the book is not going to sell, and you're going to have a hard time getting your editor back on the phone after the first couple weeks. And you're probably not going to be able to sell your next book, because if the first book lost money, they're not going to reinvest in your next book. Because here's what's nuts about the traditional book publishing industry is only 35% of their books turn a profit. All the others lose money. Now, this is where people just love to bash big publishers and they start talking about all the things wrong with them and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to do that here, because a publisher is a business. They need to make money. And if you're coming in with your book and you're not a well-known writer and you don't have any kind of platform, this is your first book, why are they going to invest a bunch of time and money in something that they know probably won't work, because most other books like yours didn't work and lost them money? So they're going to put all of their time and effort in the books from the famous authors that have a track record and not your book. So they give you your $5,000 advance, they spend maybe another 10 grand putting the book together and getting it out in the world, and then they toss it against the wall to see what sticks. And if your book falls to the floor, well, that's fine. They've got plenty of other books they can deal with, and they're just going to move on to the other ones. So here you are living the dream. You finally got that publishing deal, and then it didn't quite work out the way that you thought it would. And this is the most common story about getting traditionally published. Is it's just kind of sad, because you got to this place that you always thought you wanted, and then it didn't quite work out. And let's say it does work out. Let's say you even sell 5,000 or 10,000 copies of your book. Well, they'll probably acquire your next book because it didn't lose money, but you're still only going to get maybe a $5,000 to $10,000 advance, and you've got to write the book and then put it out. And if it sells about the same, you kind of have to do that again. And you're just on this hamster wheel where you're definitely not making enough money to live, because getting 2 checks a year for $2,100 isn't going to keep the lights on. And so this sucks and it's sad, and most writers can't even get to this point, which is where everybody wants to get. And even when you do get there, it just doesn't quite work out the way that you think it should. So at this point, I've probably bummed you out. So let me go back to that thing I promised. I promised to teach you how to get a publishing deal 100% of the time, what the one big secret to making that happen. And actually, the part I left out at the beginning is if you do this the right way, you can even get one of those bigger advances where the publisher will actually invest in making your book a success. So how do you do that? What is that one thing that will guarantee that 100% of the time you can get a traditional book deal? Many years ago, I read this blog post by the publisher, the guy in charge of one of the major imprints at one of the top publishers in the world. In this blog post, he was railing against the cesspool of books that come out of self-publishing and how traditional publishers are a bastion for literature, just holding up literature, and they are the ones making sure great writers find their way out into the marketplace. So the same day I read that blog post, I went to my local Barnes & Noble bookstore, and out on the front table was a hardcover book titled Selfish. It was 448 pages, traditionally published, and it was a book of selfies by Kim Kardashian. And I couldn't help to chuckle a little bit that it's a good thing we have these traditional publishers as the last bastion for literature, and they're publishing a book of selfies by Kim Kardashian. So yeah, I can be cynical about this, I can roll my eyes about it, but let's step back again and look at the fact that publishers are a business. Why did they publish that book of selfies from Kim Kardashian? They didn't want to publish a book of my selfies, they probably don't want to publish a book of your selfies, but they did for Kim Kardashian. Well, it's because Kim Kardashian's famous. She has this huge marketing platform, and pretty much anything she comes out with is going to sell a bunch of copies. And so it makes sense business-wise for a publisher to publish a book of selfies from somebody famous like Kim Kardashian because they're going to make money on that book. So here's the way to guarantee you can get a publishing deal. Become famous in some way. That's how you know you can get a publishing deal, because you can go to a traditional publisher and they are going to know they're going to make money off your book. And so they will give you a publishing deal because they know you have a platform and you can sell copies of your book when it comes out. This is what publishers are more interested in than your actual writing, is they want to know that they can actually make money on your book. And so if you can prove to them that that's going to happen, then they'll publish your book, and it doesn't really even matter how good it is. They still want to make money. So whether it's Instagram or YouTube or blogging or becoming a TV personality or a famous actor, or in some way building up some sort of marketing platform so that you know you can sell books when it comes out, that's how you can 100% of the time guarantee that you can get a publishing deal, is if you can convince the publisher that you have a big enough marketing platform that when your book comes out, you can sell a lot of copies. In fact, if you do this, you won't even have to go through the normal, like get an agent, book proposal, all that kind of stuff to get a book deal. A lot of times the publisher will just come to you and start trying to get you to publish a book with them. I met editors at conferences that were literally going to see which speakers got the biggest crowds, and then they would just go to that speaker and try to sign them to a book deal. They didn't need an agent. They didn't need any of that stuff because the editor knew that they had an audience built in. So that's the big secret to guaranteeing you can get a publishing deal. Become so famous, build a big enough platform that publishers will know they can make money off your book, and 100% of the time, they're going to sign your book. But I also promise to give you a question that you should be asking yourself that not near enough writers are actually asking themselves. So let's talk about that. Is a publishing deal really what you want? So I've been working with writers for a very long time. I've talked to thousands and thousands of them. I've worked one-on-one with thousands of authors. And here's what I've found is that most of the time, writers aren't looking for the big paycheck. They're not looking for anything like that. They want the validation of being picked. And so that's why they're chasing this traditional publishing deal, is to prove to themselves and everybody else that this thing you're doing of writing actually worked and it was worth your time. You're looking for the validation. So then you can take that publishing deal and you can prove to your mom and prove to your spouse that this wasn't a complete waste of your time. But I'll tell you, that validation fades really fast, especially if your book ends up going the route most books do through the traditional publishing industry, which is just falling to the floor and never going anywhere. But even if your book is a huge success, you're still going to struggle with that external validation thing. Like, I've worked with the writers that are big-time New York Times bestselling authors that have sold a bunch of copies of their book, and pretty quickly, even that validation becomes really thin and doesn't matter to them anymore. The only writers that I've seen be happy over a long period of time are the ones that are doing it for the craft and doing it for themselves and not chasing the external validation that comes from the publishing industry or sales numbers or bestseller lists or any of that stuff. That's the real chase, to become great at your craft, to do something that matters, to leave a legacy, to write something that you're proud of. That's what I see actually matters to real writers more than the external validation. So that's what it comes down to. This is the question you should be asking yourself is, why am I even doing this? What do I actually want? And what will make me feel satisfied with my work? Because I don't actually have an overly rigid opinion about the type of publishing that is the right publishing, whether it's traditional publishing or self-publishing or some kind of hybrid publishing. I have my opinions here and there, but I would just want people to make the right decisions for themselves, because I realize in the long run, that's not the thing that actually matters. Because once you come out with a book or two, you realize the truth that no matter what's happening with your book out in the world, you still got to get up tomorrow. You still got to work on your craft, and you've got to work towards writing the best thing you've ever written, no matter what you've come out with before. If you're truly a writer, that's the one thing that never changes.